Is this device worth $500? Let's discuss. Hello everyone, I'm Jody London. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm 52 years old. I do not get any injections. And on my channel, I talk about how to take care of the skin with a good skincare routine, SPF daily, and the help of beauty devices. I have been talking about beauty devices for almost 4 years now, and I'm telling you, they work. So if that is something that you are interested in, please subscribe. I would love to have you. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about the Age-R Medicube Pro device. I'm going to be talking to you what I think is really good about this device, what I think is really missing about this device, what this even is, and if it is worth $500. It is no surprise that I am a lover of Medicube products. I have pretty much all of their beauty devices, with the exception of their newest line smoother device, which is what works around that eye area and around the mouth to help reduce those fine lines and wrinkles in those areas. So what is this device? It is a 6-in-1 device. It has 4 individual devices in one device. And it also has 2 additional types of technology. It has 4 modes and 6 types of technology. The modes are electroporation, which is comparable to the H-R booster device. The next one is microcurrent mode, which is going to be comparable to the line smoother device. The next mode is EMS, which is electric muscle stimulation, and that is going to be comparable to the EMS device. And then they have the electric needles, or the Airshot mode, which is comparable to the Airshot device. They also have LED technology on each of the modes, as well as sonic vibration on each of the modes. This device is suitable for all skin types. If you have this device or any of the other Medicube devices, please let us know, and pluses and minuses and your thoughts. I'm going to go down each of the modes because I want to explore how they are comparable to the individual devices, and if they are comparable, or if they're missing some things, or maybe if they're even better than the individual devices. The first one that we're going to talk about is the electroporation mode, okay? It uses electroporation, which creates temporary fine holes in the skin for maximized absorption of active ingredients. So it's going to help penetrate products deeper into the skin. Now, the mode, the H-R booster mode on here, actually works just as well as this one. So exactly the same. I did not see any differences. Another one of the modes is the MC mode, which is the microcurrent mode. It is supposed to help volumize fine lines and target the areas around the eyes, smile lines, and mouth. That is going to be comparable to the line smoother. Let's talk about if it is comparable or if there's some differences. So when I look online, because that is the device that I do not have, the device online, or the line smoother device, is going to be working on this area and this area. And as you can see, and I'll show a picture here, it's much different in how it looks here. The line smoother has, I think, 1 probe, and it is supposed to be worked on those targeted areas. This is a much larger probe. So you can work and treat a larger surface area. This mode also includes LED and sonic vibration, which I do not think that the line smoother device has. Let's talk about the EMS mode, which is supposed to be comparable to the Airshot mode. So EMS is electric muscle stimulation, and that actually contracts the muscle, and you are going to feel that mode, okay? It is going to really contract your muscles. And with that contraction, it's like weight training for your face. With that contraction, you are actually building up your muscles. So over time, those muscles can appear larger, giving you a more fuller look in the cheek area. So it can definitely help to reduce sagging skin and care for muscles to create a firmer facial contour. Now, I would not use EMS, that mode, on your delicate areas of the face, the under eyes, around the mouth, the forehead, and the neck area. Anything that has fine lines really, there's already like tension, okay? And when your face is tense, that's how you get those lines, okay? Amongst other things, but that is definitely one of the reasons. And EMS technology, because it's contracting the muscle, it's actually tensing the muscle. You don't want to tense those fine lines any further. So I love to use EMS on the cheeks and the jowl area to really kind of beef up, I guess you could say, those cheeks and the jaw to give me a more contoured and hopefully plumper look in the cheek area. So let's talk about the Pro device in the EMS mode and how it compares to the individual device. The Pro, actually the EMS mode, is much more tolerable in the intensity level than the actual EMS device. So Medicube heard so many complaints about how this device was just too intense. And that caused them to create a less intense version on this mode so that it could be targeted for a much larger audience. With that being said, please note that it has 4 intensity levels, and I feel like you are still getting a great treatment with the EMS on this mode. This also has a different head, obviously you can see that, than the 2 probes here, okay? It also has LED light, which is much larger than the LED on here. So this LED on the individual device is so small, I really didn't think that it actually did anything. I love that LED on here is much larger and it's actually touching the skin, and that is going to give you a more effective treatment. All right, and let's talk about the last mode, which is the Airshot mode, which are the electric needles, okay? And that is this individual device. So the Airshot mode is supposed to actually help improve elasticity by creating non-damaging passageways on the skin layer with electric needles, okay? They're calling the technology electric needle technology. And then what happens is that when it's creating these micro channels or passageways in the skin, your products can penetrate deeper into the skin. And they are saying that this is going to help with elasticity as well as texture and reduce pores, okay? Something I want to talk about with the Airshot, and I think that this is so important. So Medicube is calling it electric needleless technology, and that it is supposed to be an alternative to microneedling. I have some concerns with that because I'm not sure what microneedling they are describing, as there are 3 different types: nano, cosmetic, as well as medical microneedling. I can tell you that the Airshot is not going to be comparable to medical microneedling, okay, at a 0.5 needle length or above. And that is because it's creating a wound in the skin with that needle, and that ignites the wound healing response, which helps to build collagen. Okay, so I'm thinking that this needleless electric needles technology is going to work more like nano needling. So it's going to create a little bit of a passageway in that top layer of the skin, which is going to help with texturization. What's really interesting is I'm just not sure how the electric needles work, because I've never heard of electric needle technology. I've never heard of that before, and I can't find any evidence on that. It sounds to me like it's electroporation. However, the 2 modes are used very differently. So on the booster electroporation mode, you use it on wet skin, and you actually put on your serums or moisturizer, and then you work it into the face. With the Airshot, the electric needle mode, you actually use it on dry skin. And what you're doing is just going like this. It's using electricity to create these little passageways. So I'm not sure if there is different wavelengths or frequencies in electroporation, and they have designed something to do with electroporation to work in a different way. I just can't get an answer on that. However, I think it's very innovative, but it lacks scientific evidence. They do their own clinical studies, and I will definitely put those off to the side. So the Airshot mode works exactly the same as the individual device. It does have sonic vibration, and then of course, LED light therapy. All right, so this device also has different vibration patterns for each of the modes. So you can turn the vibration on or off inside the app. I'm going to list the vibration patterns here, and that is supposed to give you a more effective treatment. It also has 5 LED lights, and I'm going to list what those are over here. And each light does different things based on, what your area that it is that you are treating. Now, the addition, and I also want to just kind of point out, the addition of the purple, orange, and green lights, they lack scientific studies, okay? So red and blue, there's a plethora of studies out there on their efficacy, but for the other 3, purple, green, and orange, just not a lot of scientific studies out there. If you have had any experience with those lights and absolutely love them, or they just didn't work for you, please let us know as well. Let's talk about how this device works. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna power on the
booster mode
device. See how she talks to you? I love it. All of these devices talk to you except for this one. But I love that she talks to you because she will also let you know when a minute has passed. So no need to get out a timer. Every minute she will let you know 1 minute has passed, 2 minutes has passed. And then this is how you are going to change the mode is down here.
Microcurrent mode, level 1. Airshot mode, level 1. Airshot mode, level 1. Booster mode, level
See?
1.
And then you're going to go in and there are
level 3, level 4.
4 intensities. So you do not need the app on this device. However, if you want to use the app, there's definitely more features. And what I mean by that is you can turn the vibration on or off on the app. Also, you can change the LED light color. So if you just wanted to use all just red on the lights, you can do that, but you cannot do it on the device. You have to do it in the app. So just kind of keep that in mind. Also, what I love about the app is that it will create a calendar for you the entire month on what you should be doing each day. It will ask you what devices that you have. So if you even have some additional ones that you kind of want to use for more targeted treatments or whatever, it will allow you to put all of those in and will create a skincare program for you. I absolutely love that. The Airshot mode should only be used twice a week, but all of the other modes you can use 2 to 3 times a day is what Medicube is saying. I'm not sure why you want to use them 3 times a day, but I think 2 times a day is great because these are 5-minute treatments. Morning and evening, I think is great. And I don't think you have to do all of the modes morning and evening. Just kind of keep that in mind, but always give your face a break. Now, what's really cool, Medicube thinks about everything, which is why I love Medicube. So you are getting a full 5-minute treatment on each of the modes. So every time that you pull your face away from the skin, it's going to stop the timer. And then once you put it back on, it will then resume the timer. So you're getting a full 5-minute treatment. All right, let's talk about the pros of this device. There is microcurrent and EMS. I absolutely love that because you can use microcurrent on those fine lines and wrinkles, and you can use the EMS on your sagging jowls or cheeks, so on those larger muscles of the face. I love the larger head on the LED. It can treat a larger surface area. This is also convenient. You only have to store one device and it travels very well. And like I mentioned earlier, the EMS is less intense and more tolerable on the face for those people who found the minimum intensity on the dedicated EMS device to be too high. The microcurrent and electroporation and the electric needling capabilities are equivalent to or better than the individual Medicube devices. I think that the microcurrent on this Pro device is better than the line smoother because you can use it all over the face. Sonic vibration is present in all the modes, whereas the individual devices may or may not have that. Let's talk about some of the cons and some things that are missing. So my biggest complaint is that this device does not have the deep shot. That would be completely wonderful. If this device had the deep shot, which is an ultrasound technology to help with sagging skin, it's very similar to radio frequency. However, it's not going to be as hot because it's using ultrasound rather than heat, and it's only a 7-minute treatment. So that can help with that sagging skin, and it's stamped. So you're stamping the device rather than kind of moving it like this, which makes the device like get your face really pink. So I'm really bummed out that this is not on the Pro. I really wish it was, because if it was, this device would be your what, like you would have everything in this device. So especially if you're skincare junkie and you love penetrating products deeper into the skin, you love nano needling, like you love all of that, this is like all you would need. So that is kind of a bum deal to me. If you are looking for the maximum EMS to be as intense as the EMS device, it is not going to be, and that can be a con for you. And because it's not intense, it is not going to be working on the body. Okay. I mean, you can use it, but you're just not going to really see results. This actually has body mode. So just kind of keep that in mind. And as I mentioned earlier, iFilicon could potentially be the green, purple, and orange. They lack scientific studies, and I have doubts about how useful they may be. Let's talk about if I recommend this device and if I think it's worth the money. If you are interested, 2 of these modes, microcurrent EMS, electroporation, or electric needling, then I do think it is worth it. If you were to buy 2 of these individual devices, okay, that I've showed you, then you're going to be paying, if not more, than the Medicube Pro, which has the 4 modes. I always see sales on Medicube, and you can definitely get this for about $389, I think, and you can always add on my 10% discount. On most of the time, you can add on my 10% discount, which will also give you some additional savings. If you are only interested in the upgraded microcurrent of this device, I don't think that it's going to be worth it, okay? Because microcurrent, there are so many other brands out there that I feel like are at a better price and have a lot more features within the microcurrent technology. I hope that makes sense. There you go. And now you're going to want to check out these videos. And if you like this video, please go ahead and give it a like. Make sure you subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you do not miss my upcoming videos. Until next time.